the Minnesota Vikings. Gets fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
58's the mark. Hey, check it. 58's the mark. Let's go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Here we go. Spud. 58, boy. 58. When he hit.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check three. Go. Check it, reload. Goal 50.
Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the Saints 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Let's put that team on the ball. Hey, check 24. Whip. Goal 50. 58's the mic, 58's the mic. Tackles. 50. Hey, orbit. 58's the mic. Here we go, D. Sugar.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Down. 180. 55. Here it comes. Check 37. Check 37. He's 29. He's 29.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pull it together. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Running, it's Drake. Now Drake loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And some space here. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about a 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post, that's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brady going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Pick 6 off this. Don't throw my
His
side.
guys take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now, you want it, 52. Hey, pick your game up.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a play fake. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 185.
Here's Carr. It's complete to Drake. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Express. Hey, Team 6.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Grant. They call it no gain there on the 1st down play. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What down? 93. 955.
Carr to throw again. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
Later 2. Later 9.
Again, it's Carr. And he hits Drake. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch the safety cream. You're mine.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Chief. 618.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, 25 to Mike.
Now Carr. Pryor has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come on, D! Mark 55! Mark 55! Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wentz now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go, here we go. 180! All deck. Bus. Deck. Any deck. Rush in. 81. Hey, Foxtrot.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Exit.
Carr now on first down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. This one caught by Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he stopped immediately there. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Let's go. Great.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Wentz again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now. 180. We're good. 185. And 734.
To throw again on second down. Carr flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On the set. Watch Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Slam. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll sneak it with Taylor. And he will push forward and pick up the first down. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Down. 180. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Hey, 734. Kill.
Now this time, Carl throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Corey Grant, 82 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Godwin would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right and caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. It's a sneak. It's Wentz.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Back. Shift.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Switch.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
29 is the Mike 29. Red 5-2, out here.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Echo. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 29 is the Mike 29.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Carr now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, Great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. To throw his Carr. Being chased out left. Complete, the tight end Kelce. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Down, 180. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the slant. 25, check 25, check 25. Ready, 9. Right there. Blue draw Corker.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Slam. Tight dog.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Shotgun now for Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Yeah, they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Kelce, the intended receiver there. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Minnesota. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Wait, 20.
Let's go, D. Tight end right.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. So the final